guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is Nintendo News. This is also the last episode of the batch, and in case you haven't noticed, the last episode of a batch usually is kind of one of the least interesting things. So to spice it up, I've decided to do the second half of it will be a bit of a rant, or it's not really a rant, it's more like a I told you so kind of thing. So stay tuned for that. But first of all, let's talk about the fact that Sheik's hand and sword are missed. Not Sheik, Shulk. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Shulk's hands and sword are missing in this amiibo. It's crazy because this is going to sell for a lot of money on eBay, I'm sure, just because there was this funny defect. But it seems like at this point, every other amiibo has a defect, so what's the point in making tons of money? Why shell out all of the monies for something that you know in another month they're going to release another amiibo that's going to have like 5 heads, so... And now on to the controversial story, which is Mr. Aonuma in an interview talking about when exactly did Majora's Mask 3D development start. And I'm just kidding when I say I'm going to get all I told you so. There's been this whole thing like, oh, well, they would have never made Majora's Mask 3D if it wasn't for fan support or specifically Operation Moonfall. But that's completely contrary to what Mr. Aonuma has said on several occasions, and this time pretty definitively, which is the question was asked, when did Majora's Mask 3D development start? And he said, as soon as Ocarina of Time 3D ended. So that leads one to believe that as soon as they ended Ocarina of Time 3D, they immediately started working on Majora's Mask 3D. They were not waiting for any kind of fan support or any kind of... There was no logical reason why they wouldn't do Majora's Mask 3D, which I guess this is kind of I told you so-y, which is something that I've always been saying. There's no financial reason. It would be financially stupid of them to not do Majora's Mask 3D because they already have all the assets, well, most, like 90% of the assets from Ocarina of Time 3D. They're not just going to dump that all in the garbage now that they have it. So, of course, they were always going to do Majora's Mask 3D, and so it's very amusing to me to hear that they started immediately upon finishing Ocarina of Time 3D. One of my good friends is somebody who is one of the founders of Operation Moonfall, and so I think a lot of you think that I'm just pooping all over Operation Moonfall. And it's not that I have a problem with Operation Moonfall, not in the least. I'm glad that there was a movement where fans could express their support, and Mr. Aonuma has said that that made them happy to see that there was this fan support. They didn't need it, they were going to make Majora's Mask 3D anyway, even if there wasn't this fan support, but because there was this fan support, it kind of boosted their spirits, probably, when things got trickier or whatever, but, Operation Moonfall, if it never existed, it wouldn't matter. We'd still have Majora's Mask 3D. So I just see tons across the internet of people going, see, Operation Moonfall worked. And it didn't. It had nothing to do whatsoever. But I'm just a stickler for facts. And the fact is that Majora's Mask 3D development started as soon as Ocarina of Time 3D's development ended. It was always going to come out. There was no need for that movement. Now we know, and it's pretty amusing, and I hope it doesn't offend anybody. But there are the facts, so if the facts offend you, I'm sorry. But that's it for this episode of Nintendo News. See you guys tomorrow for more news. Bye, guys.